anybody. Hi, Squish. How you doing? Okay, good. Did y'all see? I know. That's why I figured I'd come live, because people have been begging me to go live. She's not sure if she could make the jump. Come on. But how? Come on. All right, I can't. So yes, they have, but they didn't say which way they're leaning, right? And this happens with the boarding school trial, right? They couldn't get a unanimous verdict on. Hi, she's in the closet. You want to say hi? What are you doing? Oh, say hi. You say hi. Say, I'm a big girl. I'm a little prayer machine. All she wants to do is play. I know. What are you doing? Usually she tries to get down, but she's chilling. Still no air tag, if you noticed. I know. Hi, Stewie. So that happens in the boarding school trial. They couldn't, because she wants a place to sit, but I'm sitting like with my leg up. I'm jealous. I mean, Psycho Bunny might like the Great White, but she likes to play with my bracelet. See? Hi. That's what happens with the boarding school trial, right? He wasn't convicted, but that's what they did. They came back. She wants to get up here. They came back and they said that they couldn't reach a unanimous verdict, and it wound up being not guilty. They didn't convict him. Hi, Tori. They didn't convict him on. Hi, Joni. Thank you. They didn't convict him on the other ones. So that's what's making me nervous about the Diddy one. Sugar Skulls, I appreciate you, but I don't see. So,
on any of these,
hi,
it's in black now, so.
Where is it in black?
They were talking about, so with the boarding school trial, right? They had him. They kept the jury. Hi, Alexia. I hope you're doing all right. You know what I mean? That Thursday, we stayed there until like 6 o'clock, or maybe it was Friday. It might have been Friday. But I don't see how they could not. I don't see how they could not convict on racketeering, because the predicates he's guilty of. So I'm super confused how that works. Also, do you understand what I mean? Because they said that they've reached a verdict. That doesn't mean guilty. It just means they've reached a verdict. On count 2, 3, 4, and 5, the only one left is racketeering. I would think that would have been easily, Thank you, Erin. So there's 6. Count 1 is racketeering. Count 2 is trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion regarding Cassie Ventura, right? Count 3 is transportation to engage in sex work, right? Pertains to Cassie Ventura. 4 is the same charges 2, but Jane Doe, right? Simply me, but how? That's what I don't understand. So, like, the only different one really is 1. But I would imagine, I could have sworn, right? I could have sworn, I listened to updates daily for that trial. I could have sworn that they proved the predicate. How are you? Oh, I'm telling you, I'll be so upset. I'll be so upset. I know, the judge is sending them back. But like, but that also, I feel that. That also, that's what I was saying. I don't know if you were here. Yeah, we're talking about Diddy. That happens with my boarding school trial as well. They couldn't convict on, that's why he was convicted of 4 of the 6 charges. Listen, if it's not guilty, I'm gonna like throw a fit. Because this is why stuff like this is able to continue. Because men like this in power, they're the problem. I appreciate you, Psycho Bunny. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Jason.
And listen, even if they convict, hi Spada, even if they convict 2 of these, he's looking at 30 years. They're high scopes, they're heavy sentences with it. You know what I mean? Hi Hope, how are you? Listen, corruption runs deep everywhere. Everywhere. Right, Trinity? But hi Kat. That's what I'm saying is like, in my mind, if they have, let's just say they have guilty for 2 and 3, right? When they're like going through the case, right? I agree. That's what I'm saying, Icky. So I'm a little confused. Hi, Pity Paws. Oh no, I hope everything's all right. Right, and like, not just that, but if you get, let's just say 2 and 3, right? Because the Cassie thing was mortifying, okay? Let's just say he's guilty on 2 and 3. I think that the state's attorney did a great job proving predicate acts to convict on 1. So I'm confused. Hi, Dog Lava. That's what I'm so confused about. Oh, I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a long time.
So what's going on, Derek?
Hi.
Are we gonna see a vote
That's
today?
what I'm so confused about.
The jury has now.
Hi.
We're not gonna see a verdict today because the jury went back after the judge said you need to deliberate more. I'm not going to accept a partial verdict. So sent them back to deliberate, and a few minutes later they said we're done for the day. We'll come back tomorrow.
That's exactly what happened with the boarding school trial.
That's it. So we've got sex trafficking
Hi,
and the
Savannah.
Mann Act. They have reached a decision. We don't know whether that is guilty or not guilty. But
Hi, Flyers.
it's going to be a long night for Diddy. and
Me,
himself
I
to
thought
decide
so
what the
too.
jury rendered the verdict on.
But like, come on.
Is that good? Yeah.
Listen, it's money. Hi, Koala. What up, Crimson? People with that kind of money, y'all, yeah, they seem to escape a lot. Like, you know, it's sad to me. Hi, Tina's a superstar. And did y'all see that Coburger signs a plea? They let that man sign a plea?
For this show. I think we have a 5 o'clock feed. We should do something for
Yeah. I know. It's growing. Hi. Oh, they must have had to talk about something. But I would be mad too. You know? They took the death penalty off the table. But here's the thing, right? They already did that in the Diddy trial when the jury came in and said that they were deadlocked. They already tried that and they shot it down. But listen, I agree. I have very little tolerance or patience, and that too, right? He'll probably never see daylight again. But what are you gonna do? You know? Yeah. I mean, so like then you get this question where do people really, right? That's where I was going. Like, would you rather? I would almost rather somebody spend their life in prison and be miserable doing it than to be put to death and it be over. Does that make sense? I kind of feel like with the death penalty, they kind of get off easy. Does that, I know the wording came out a little weird, but if the family has to suffer for the rest of their life, then you should also suffer for the rest of your life, you know? I don't know what just happened, but I do. Did anybody in here follow it? The Diddy trial. Did y'all follow it? Hi, Supermom Nana. Right, that's what I'm saying, Monica. It's kind of an easy way out. And you know what, Justice Soul? That would be my caveat, actually. If that's what the family wanted, I could go for it. But just for me, I would rather you suffer, you know? And jail isn't fun. I'm trying to keep up with the comments. So, did anybody in here follow the Diddy trial though? Because that's what I'm so fucking confused about. Is that like, I feel like they proved racketeering. So how did we get to a place where they can come to a unanimous vote on 5 counts, but not the biggest one? Yeah, I know, it's grown. You know, it probably would be a lot longer, but you got to remember, that's what I'm saying, woman of God. So how is the RICO, listen, RICO isn't, it's not easy, and there could be just one holdout. You're right. You're absolutely right. Hi.
Saying jury hung on racketeering.
Can you officially?
That's fine. Well, they're currently.
Hi, Roddy Lover.
Yeah, I mean, that's... No, that's fine. Well,
That could be true, but...
What's the?
Oh, I know what I was going to tell
TRT we
you.
need?
9. And
They're coming back tomorrow.
I don't want to bring anybody in until like 30 minutes.
They did that. Oh, you're good. They did that with, no, it's not done. They did it, this happened similar with the boarding school trial.
I know.
It was like a back and forth thing. And I swore they were coming up with a verdict on Friday. Like, if you would have told me, that's why I only booked the Airbnb. I don't even know which one you're talking about. That's why when I booked the Airbnb, I only booked to Friday because I didn't see it going past that. Oh, the girls' trip was good. Oh yeah, listen, my comment section is so neglected, y'all. I'm trying to yes. Hi, pineapples. They have 5. They have reached a verdict on 4 of the counts, but they haven't on racketeering, and the judge is sending them home. Hi, Kick Rocks. I know. It's Florida.
10 minutes.
It's so much. I didn't. Speaking of, I need to get on my merch guy because there's a couple of things coming.
Are you writing it down?
That was one of my alternatives, kinda. Thank you, Intuitive. So reopening the GoFundMe, I was going to, hi Tad Boss, I was going to drop a limited merch. Sorry. I was going to drop a limited merch and all of the money raised would go to the GoFundMe, but I think he forgot about it and he was designing with...
So anyway, so here's what we're doing. So we update our shows as things happen, and there's a big thing that happened. So we just updated TMZ on TV, the half-hour show. We did actually a live...
She said she's not going to put her family on the internet anymore.
Cut-in.
So
now we're going to do the...
How long? Want to take bets? You want to make a... You want to make a...
And then do another update.
Do you want to take bets?
TMZ on TV for
how long it is?
Now that we know what's going on with the jury. So right now, we're going to do
should.
a 9-minute A block, which is the beginning of the show, where
I agree.
we are going to kind of lay out...
And you know what, y'all?
Okay.
5 days is generous.
Okay.
Who knows what else is going to happen?
And then...
I don't know that
Charles
people would
needs to
have
remember
such a problem
9 minutes after we start,
if she went live at night
Coburger
when he
for us,
was in bed
which
at
he
5:30.
is
You know?
want to forget sometimes because, you know...
I'm trying to listen to this and keep up with comments.
doesn't
What
it?
piercings do I have? I have a bunch of piercings.
Okay. So let's put...
Not even. I say not even.
Yeah.
But like that's when normal people that have platforms and responsibilities and small kids, right? They will do it when they're not dealing with their kids, you know? So like I don't know. It's really crazy that she can't find the time to parent. It's crazy to me. Right, when the kids go to bed, that was like my time. I would clean and like catch up on shit, you know? My daughter finished her internship today, which is, that's all it is. It's sad. I didn't hear anything about that, so I really don't want to speculate about it. I know, such a good kid. I know, me too. Chihuahua mom.
Where is that going to go?
There is somebody, listen, there are people involved, like on the back end. Somebody has a job for everything, right? People are on the dogs. Karen's a piece of shit for, you know, not saying anything. It's sad.
Okay, let's do this.
It's sad. Yeah, she finished it today. She went to like the luncheon, if you will.
Okay, are we gonna, hold on. Are we gonna?
Hi. I'm trying to,
So we're doing 9 minutes without the.
What do you think?
Right?
What do you think? Thank you, Christina. Like-minded people.
Come on.
No, she didn't. Did she?
Here we go. Ready? You guys ready?
Y'all, my agency keeps trying to make me do like these things, and
Welcome to TMZ Live, Harvey Levin.
here we go. Listen.
There is a partial
Hi!
verdict in the Diddy case. After 2 days, the jury has reached unanimous decisions on 4 of the 5 counts.
The problem is that 5th count means that we don't get to find out what the verdicts are on the other 4 because they are hung up on racketeering.
Which is what we talked about for days now. That racketeering from the get-go has been the problematic count.
It is a very complicated charge.
And
It is a complicated charge, but I feel like they proved
We
it.
know that there are multiple jurors on both sides. It's not just one holdout. That on racketeering,
Oh, there's multiple.
They are stuck. But they have reached a decision on sex trafficking as it results.
But wouldn't sex trafficking be a predicate for RICO?
The Mann Act, the Interstate Transportation of a
So I'm
sex
so
worker
confused.
as a Cassie. They have reached
Hi,
a
Riley.
decision unanimous on sex
Thank
trafficking
you.
as
They need to be
Jane,
done.
and they have reached a decision on the Mann Act as to Jane.
They need
So,
2 predicates,
what is
but wouldn't
this-
sex
what's
trafficking
confusing
be
is
one
all
of
those
them?
things that you just said are
So
also
if they have,
included
oh,
in the
maybe he's not
racketeering.
guilty.
So we don't know what the vote is.
So
Hi,
we don't know
Snoopy's
what the
girl.
vote is. It's hard to read what they.
Oh, your name is Rico.
What they came up with.
Let me
on
read.
2,
Let me
3,
read
4, and
between.
5.
Let me read between the lines of what
Thank
you're saying.
you.
Because with Charles,
Hi, Maddie.
It's just a valid point that you need to find 2 crimes.
Right.
In order to apply the RICO statute, the
Trafficking?
racketeering statute. If they found
And
to be
what-
guilty on the
But
Mann Act,
could
which
you
is the
do
most
like
likely,
drug
that's the
trafficking
most
and
dangerous.
sexual
Those are
trafficking?
2 illegal
Would they,
counts.
or would they be
And
both be
therefore,
I
one?
think they'd have enough.
So what I'm saying to you is, and I said to you all
I agree. Don't get me wrong. I agree.
Is Diddy really the racketeer that people are used to hearing?
And so you think that perhaps there is a juror or 2 or more.
More than one.
They would be
who
separate.
are
So
confused about.
I'm so
the racketeering.
confused.
How can this be
Hi, Irish.
racketeering if it's just Diddy
It's
doing
so-
it?
And the
You
reason I
can't
say
tell.
that is we know
Because
early
you
on
can
there was
go on.
one juror, remember, where the jury said he's not following the
Hi,
law.
Chris.
There were 25.
And I said to you, I think this is a racketeering charge, that it just.
Hi,
When
Dee.
they were hung up.
So we don't know as to the other 4 whether
I agree.
Diddy has been found guilty or not guilty, but there's a hint that with Cassie, the jury asked to review a transcript where
She was
talked
talking about a flight from Cannes to New York.
Right.
And this is the flight where Diddy said to her,
Showed her the
she
video.
testified
Showed her the
that
freak-
It's like a
he
criminal
showed her
enterprise.
A video of a freak off that she participated in.
Thank you,
and
Christina.
said,
Hi,
"If you
Krista.
don't participate in another freak off when we get to New York, I'm gonna put this video out. I'm gonna
Hi,
send it to your
Mom.
mother."
And that's coercion,
She
if
testified
it's true.
to that.
If the jury
That
believes-
coercion wouldn't,
That's coercion.
Be a
They
predicate?
would have Cassie. They would have sex trafficking.
because then her mother sent him 20 grand.
Cassie never mentioned that in her direct testimony when she was on the stand.
so confused.
She never mentioned it on cross-examination.
Hi, Danielle.
Only on redirect did the...
So you think that the
I don't
jury
know.
might not believe her because they might be thinking, well, why wouldn't she have brought that up in the first place when she was touched?
Trafficking is crossing state lines. RICO is like a criminal enterprise, which he was
This
doing.
is great news for Diddy, that they came back this quickly unanimously.
I know.
Reports from inside the court that he was
But
sitting there looking
yet,
pretty upset when they came back and said that they had reached a verdict on 2, 3, 4, and 5.
The jury went home, yeah. But that's what I'm so confused about. Hi, Spicy Hollywood, how are you? Hi, Tiffany. Me too. I agree, Colleen. I agree. I'm not saying that the government is any better. But wouldn't that be if you need 2 crimes in order to prove, I get it, mahalo, RICO, right? Hi, Angie. Hi, thank you. Coercion and trafficking, wouldn't that be the predicates to,
What do you want to say?
or no? Hi.
Yeah. Now, here's the complication. The jury came in and said, look, we can't make a decision on racketeering.
I feel like they proved it, y'all.
And then the question is,
Thank you,
Jason, help me
CJ.
out here. There's something called the Allen charge.
Thank you.
Which is
See,
kind of
Chrissy?
the nuclear weapon of a judge, where the judge kind of gently badgers them and says, you got to reach a decision in some form. And there was a lot of talk about whether the judge should give that charge or just send them back, or just throw his hands up and say, we'll just you're hung and that's it, and we'll just read the 4 counts.
That's what I'm saying. Right, how would that not be RICO? That's why I'm so confused. Where's my legal people at? Because if you need 2 predicate acts, hi Ella, to prove RICO, and they 100% proved coercion and trafficking, wouldn't that... I'm so confused. I know, Tundra. It is. You're absolutely right. And it was proved. You watched it, right? Like you... So that's what I'm so confused about.
So the defense wants to keep those, however many jurors are the holdouts, keep them that way so that they will get.
We're listening to
jury.
Diddy.
I think they want a hung
That's
jury
what they
of
want.
racketeering, for sure. Now, here's the rub. So they're going to be in court tomorrow deliberating. They've gone home for the night. They're going to be
The
in
jury
court
went
tomorrow.
home today.
The dynamic with juries, and we've just seen this over and over and over again, is when they're up against
100%.
a 4-day holiday,
Yo.
they miraculously...
Even if he gets convicted only on the trafficking, right? The 2, thank you, Lynn. The trafficking, he's getting substantial time. Even if he's convicted of 2 of them, he's gonna do double digits. Easy. Sandy, I hope. And I know it's terrible, y'all. I keep thinking back to OJ. They carry 10 to 15 apiece. Thank you, Putnam. I hope you're doing all right. What up, Steffi? You know what I'm saying? I agree. I hope so. Because they're just saying they have a verdict. They're not saying it's guilty or not. Thank you, Joni. Oh, OJ was 100% guilty, but he walked. Thank you. It would be. Yeah, Casey Anthony's. I think he'll be. I feel like this is what I come back to, right? The Cassie Ventura charges, there's no way they're not going to convict him with those. They proved that 100%. Right? Me too. Showing our age. Right, I get it. I get it. The racketeering, right? The racketeering, they could, could they? Thank you, Missy. Thank you, Spoiled.
Yeah,
Could they retry?
So listen, to
Yes.
summarize, the jury has come back
3 of 5?
unanimously with verdicts on sex trafficking as to Jane and Cassie.
Oh, wow.
On Mann Act as to Jane and Cassie.
Oh, yeah,
But
he's
they
guilty.
have some kind of split, and it's not 11 to 1. It's multiples on each side. We don't know what the multiples are, but they seem to think
Thanks
that
for
they're
the
all
love,
dug
my
in and they can't make a decision. So they're back tomorrow. They're up against a 4-day holiday. So tomorrow
It might be a 4-day holiday or just a 3-day.
Oh, it's 4th of
might be
July.
Judgment Day for Diddy, where the verdict is read, and like you said, Diddy.
Yeah, but that's a good thing, y'all.
Okay, we're gonna take a break.
When we come back,
Because
there will be
there's no
story
way-
from Brian Coburger.
Aw.
Why the
Brian Coburger is
victims'
next.
Families are infuriated at his plea deal that spares him from the death penalty.
But Jen, I think that this shit is deep, right? But
Look who I just got.
there's no way he's not guilty on the Cassie cases. So if they got, like, even if he's convicted of the 4 and not the RICO, he's still spending easily 20 years. Hi, Beans! Long time no see. Finds out I was listening to your, I don't know if it was last night, but I was listening to one of your lives. Hi up north, Amy, thank you. But the Coburger thing, I do think that the family should be able, exactly, Daisy.
I would love to know in the comments.
Hold on. Thank you.
What you guys think?
I feel
Because
that.
honestly, I know.
No,
as
he
much
didn't
as
take
you
a plea.
know,
The death penalty is just off the
knows
table.
As much as you know, Comey knows as
Hi,
much as you know.
Kaylin.
Diddy knows as much as you know. There is no way of knowing for sure.
Finny.
I have an opinion, and my opinion is they
Yeah.
didn't find him not guilty. On
Oh, he took a plea?
and especially
No, he
when it
didn't.
comes to the Mann Act.
I thought they just took
I don't know
the
what
death
vote
penalty
is.
off the table.
My guess is it's guilty at least as to 2,
Right.
maybe
I think
or
that-
possibly 3,
Y'all.
and possibly 4.
Y'all,
That's my guess.
I'm
but that's
struggling
a guess
not getting a
based on
bird,
the evidence.
okay?
I have always had a problem with
And every single time I see Feisty live with her bird, I have to struggle. I'm trying to pull it up. Sorry, I got distracted. I know, but
your opinion is as valid as anybody else's.
I had one when I was younger,
So we just
right?
need TMZ.
But you know what I love about Feisty's bird?
Needed to make
I had a cockatoo. If you know what a cockatoo is, that's what I'm afraid of, right? But my favorite thing about Eddie, hi Sour Skittles, is that he has Feisty's
We assembled
whole vibe.
in the bullpen there.
They live a really long time.
That is of his. You got
They do live a long time. I had a cockatoo, and at the time, I had a maid that was Italian, right? And the bird learned to sing in Italian because the cleaning lady, hi Sin, used to clean and sing in Italian. It was a wild ride. I'm trying to go, sorry. For consecutive, yeah, I mean, I just feel like, and I know they do this a lot, but I feel like, no ma'am, I feel like they should talk to the family about it, right? I do think that the family should have more of a say, if that makes sense. I'm gonna show you the bird that I want because I've been looking. Hi, biting on tinfoil. Thank you. It is a cockatoo. I'll show you.
Okay, turn to me.
Hi, I was just talking about you. They're gorgeous. Okay,
Because we have a very opinionated room.
y'all are gonna be like, what the fuck? It's a cockatoo.
TMZ and TV, what you see is
It is pink and gray.
a very long conversation.
So I had an umbrella cockatoo. That's exactly what she was.
A lot of things are said, some things inappropriate.
But look at how fucking beautiful this bird is, dude.
He said something terrible.
Hi, isn't it beautiful? I know, but that's what I'm afraid of, is the cat. Finn is a hunter, y'all. I don't think that Finn does not come into contact with a single lizard that she does not kill. So oh really? I've always been a fan of them. There used to be like a bird rescue type store on Staten Island, and they had Paul Castellano's bird in there. And if you know about those birds, thank you. If you know about those birds, they pull their feathers out. The bird was almost bald. Paul Castellano was probably dead for at least 15 years at that point, and this bird was still pulling his feathers out. That's sad to me. That's why I haven't. Right. They get anxiety. I'm telling you. But I think that Finn would not do well. Right? He misses his owner. He does. And birds like that, they really only, they bond with one, I identify as a bird. Right? They do. But look at how pretty they are. Finn ain't having it, dude. Finn would be like, get me the fuck out of here. Right. But they're so pretty. But that's what I like. Look at how pretty. That bird is gorgeous. This is a gorgeous bird. And there's a breeder in Florida. So I've been thinking, I know. And every time I see Feisty and Eddie, I'm like, I had to pull myself out of the pet store because I was going to buy a conure. I was like, I can't do it. I almost spent $1,000 on a bird. Yeah. Paul Castellano. Yeah, so he had a cockatoo, and he was in that cockatoo. They live forever, guys. They cockatoos live 60 years. I know, me too. That's what I'm saying. He has Feisty's attitude, and I love that. Hi, Struggles. I know, stay away from pet stores. I know. But they're all loud. They're all, thank you, hi. They're all, but that's the point, isn't it? And Aaron, that's the only thing that's stopping me is Finn.
There is a verdict in Diddy, but there is a catch only as to 4 of the 5.
And I feel like people get those birds and then they wind up in rescues somewhere because they don't take care of people. They don't bother Eddie. That's my problem, is that Finn is a fucking hunter. That's what I'm afraid of. But I feel like people get them, and then but they're a lot of work, and I think that people, they don't, and so they wind up in rescues. And then, hi Billie Jean. So I haven't done it yet. They are needy, right? It's the same thing with people get kids guinea pigs or something for Christmas. They all wind up in rescues because they can't. They're too much for the age group that they got them for. Can you borrow Finn? Listen, Finn don't fuck off, dude. Finny. Finn. I got the babies over here. She's sleeping. I'm really struggling. Hi. But at least I'm not impulsively buying it, no, Finn is a good cat. She really is. She's still pretty mad at me, but she's coming around. They play. Yeah, they play. Finn got out. Hi, Trisman. Finn got out while we were on the girls' trip because. Hold on. I'm trying to get. I tried. I got this on Villy, right? Yeah, she comes back. But I put this on her. You follow me? And it's too big for her. So this is super small, but it's too big for her neck. So I just, here they are, you know. No, I get nervous that it gets like stuck in her mouth if it moves too much, so I just took it off. I'll put it on her when she gets bigger. But I love these things. I really thought that they were gonna be heavier, and it's like built into the collar. You see that? I really thought that it would be heavier, but it's not. It's not heavy at all, because that's what I was worried about. I was worried that that the air tag would kind of weigh their necks down, you know. Thank you, Billie Jean. But it works. It is an air tag. But you see where they're sitting, right? You see what they're doing. They're real effective sitting on the desk, you know. Sandy, I've been, they costly. Finn is microchipped. Billy is about to be microchipped. She's about to be fixed. But is it costly? I think it was like $30 maybe for the air tag, right? And then I'll show you. Thank you, Aaron. All I have to do is, if you have an iPhone, right? You open up. Hold on, I'll show you. Like, you know where you could find your devices? You could get it for dogs, yeah. It'll show you, like, on the thing where they are. Watch. I'll edit. Hold on. Oh, shit. Sorry. What did he just say? He said something about a gas chamber. For what? I'll show you. And then you could save that, like I saved it for their names. Oh no. And then it just comes up like a device would. You know what I mean? I think it's great, even though they're microchipped, because people made me really nervous. Hi, Grace. About microchips moving and such, so I figured that this might be easier. Y'all, the other day, I was coming back from, where was I going? Walmart, maybe? I don't know. I was coming back, and I came, like, onto the block that I'm on, and there's a Mastiff running loose, okay? I try to go over to him to, like, get, hi, green-eyed girl, how you feeling? To get, like, to see if he had a collar or something on, and there's a Rottweiler, like, legitimately 100 feet away. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because it's Florida. That dog could get shot. So, like, come to find out, they both lived in the same Highland. It came from the same house. Those are now the third dogs that I found. Thank you, dipshit. I'm about to end. I wasn't going to be long, but yeah, the Diddy thing is really going to piss me off if he's not guilty. I also need coffee because I didn't get it. The girls' trip was good, though. We had a lot of fun. The dog that I had, like, when my kids were young, she was the Spanish Mastiff. But I think that, Raggedy, are you still here? You're coming in October, right? No. Hi, thank you, Danny. They have a verdict on, what did I say, y'all? They have a verdict on 4 counts. Okay, thank you, Stewie. They have a verdict on 4, but not racketeering. And I don't understand it. Naps, you here? Where's my legal people at? Yeah. So I want to know how it makes no sense to me, because I would imagine that they could prove the predicate acts that would prove RICO. So I'm confused. I'm gonna have to get with my legal people. Hi. I missed that. I'm sorry. Racketeering is hard to prove. Literally. Hold on, I'm sorry. I lost it. I'm sorry.
At some point you gotta turn it off, right, Jack?
I can't even catch up. I'm sorry. It really, that's Nitro. That's what I'm saying. I'm so confused. I really am. I don't get it, but I would assume that the predicate is in the other counts. So I guess it is it's that one juror, I figure. Yeah, but did you get updates about the trial? That's what I would think. And I'm not a juror, but if it makes sense to me, why is it not making sense to them? And I'm the kind of person where I feel like everything is a conspiracy. So I'm like, all right, who do you pay off? You know? Because just what I heard, hi Cupcake, just what I've heard, and obviously like I missed days, you know, just what I heard, it sounds like it was proven. So what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, it sucks that this country is so backwards as far as like money and power. It's right. No, they said that it was like, I feel like they said it was more than one, because I forget what they said exactly. Hi, I'm about to money talks, but like, I can't imagine. I was talking to Psycho Bunny and Chrissy about this over the weekend. Like, I feel like in the treatment industry, I see it a lot in the treatment industry, right? Like where people go into or open treatment centers with the right, hi witchy woman, with the right idea, right? They get into it for the right reasons. But somewhere along those lines, greed picks up and they just abandon all morals, or you know what I'm saying? And I just can't see myself doing that. Like, the money corrupts, yes, but like, why is it such a thing? That's what I'll never understand, if that makes sense. That's possible. Yeah, every time. Right, but that's the thing. They're not always like that, though. I've seen it myself in a lot of like the treatment industry, right? This one, it's a Michael Kors ring. They start doing it. I want to say, I don't even know, Christy, do you remember why that even came up? And I said, they start doing it for the right reasons, and then all of a sudden, it's like they abandon everything that they believe in. So like, it's weird to me though. It's strange. I guess so. But like, is it worth it? I don't think it's worth it. There are certain things in life that are like, what's the word that I want to say? Yeah, Chrissy, what were we talking about? Why did that come up? We were talking about like how people get into jobs for the right reasons, and then they just kind of like greed takes over. Me too, Mahalo. I can't see doing it either. Vacation was good. It's over, but it's good. We had a good time. We had a really good time. Good. Oh, yes. That's how it came up. You're right. That's how it came up. I haven't seen him in a while, though, either. So, yeah, we did. I missed it. I'm sorry. Oh, because there's a time frame. You might be right. I remember them saying that it has to be done. Does it have to be done in 10 years? Or something like that. You're right, though. I remember hearing something about that. What do I think about it? I think it's a lie. 10 years. Thank you, Nora. get both of, so those two predicate crimes, right, to get RICO, they have to be within 10 years, right? Is that right? Hi, Stevie. Yeah, so that might be it. You might be right. It might be thank you, Danny. It might be the time factor. I don't know. I don't remember the years specifically, but that might be it. And that might be it. That could be it. Yeah, I don't believe it, y'all. I also don't believe that there's blood work. So there's that. There's that. What's up with the free smile giveaway? When I am ready, you will know. How's that? You don't understand how those things go, I guess. Weird. It's crazy how that works. Crazy how people think they know everything and don't know a fucking thing. Isn't that crazy? It's weird. Yeah. So just for the people in the back that are so concerned with what I'm doing, okay? The winner has to do things before I have an amount that I need to raise. You understand that? Thank you, Joni. Also, I need to protect myself from any legal liability in this case, right? This is a process. It was never going to be done overnight. When I have when I have the target amount that I need to raise, you will know about it. How's that? Seems simple, right? How are you, Chuck? It does. It takes time. She has to go through extractions. Are you deaf? Or no? Don't block them. Hit the box. I'm over it. No, and she needs extractions. So until I know, does that make sense? Does it make sense for me to fundraise if I don't know the amount I need? Does that make sense? No, right? So fucking weird. Hi, Tracy. It's so weird to me. No, I have to, it has to be done. I don't give a fuck what Nicole told you. Nicole also told you that it wasn't one donor that gave me 10 grand, right? Did she tell you that? Uh-huh. No, it's a process, y'all. And what sense does it make for me to raise money without knowing how much I need to raise? Duh. There was no money raised. Hello? Are you good? What are you missing? Are you okay? Fucking wild. You realize that the person is in my comments all the time, right? How embarrassing. It could never be me. Go find some facts. Maybe try again, on a different account though. So embarrassing. You're right. It could never. You're right. It will never either. Just so you know. That's embarrassing. I do have a new merch design coming. Meaning, listen, do you think I'm worried about what you think you know? Honestly. Do you think that I do anything but roll my eyes when you don't even have the fucking balls to come in here on a real account? At least then I'd respect a little bit. What police reports? What are you talking about? Mute them! Hit the box, bitch. Right, crazy. I don't give a shit who it is. It ain't gonna make a fucking difference in my life. Do you understand me? Not a single difference. Do you understand that? Do you understand that y'all are doing all this? I haven't watched a single video that y'all are making. Okay? Not a single one. Nothing y'all are doing is affecting me. Do you know that? You're just wasting your own time. That sucks. Imagine wasting all your time and getting nowhere. That's embarrassing. Chrissy. I'm telling you, I find it entertaining. But if you think that I was kidding, when the GoFundMe trial receipts get dropped, you think I don't have screenshots? All of y'all, it's coming. I'm letting you know. All of y'all that ran your mouths, you better be as loud with the apology. Otherwise, I promise you, you'll regret it. Okay? Simple, right? Simple. Grown adults apologize when they're wrong. So, you know, I wish you luck. You know? It'll never be me. You're good, Cheryl. Keep it that way. No, not you, Screwballs. I think it's, you know what's fucking hilarious to me? You know what's hilarious to me? I have, listen to me, paper receipts, okay? If you think that I don't have every single fucking penny accounted for that trial GoFundMe, you got another fucking thing coming, okay? So I want y'all to remember how loud and wrong you were, and we'll see how woman y'all are when you figure out that you're wrong and you don't apologize. That'll be interesting to watch, you know? Also, I think it's strange, right? Nobody on the internet paying my bills. Not a single fucking soul. It's embarrassing. Imagine crying to an internet friend to pay your fucking bills. That's embarrassing. So I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to hear a motherfucking thing. When those receipts get posted, when the fundraiser is over, as always, okay? I don't want to hear shit when your entire shit gets dropped. I don't want to hear a fucking thing. I don't want you crying about being a victim. None of it. Because I warned you. I warned you. And you know what's even more embarrassing? Is that I probably give away more money than y'all make. How about that? That's what y'all are mad about. Do you know how much money I gave away? No. Do you know how much money I gave away last week? Y'all would be fucking mad. It'll never be people like you. Just so you know. It's embarrassing. I know that's right. I know that's right. It's embarrassing. That's the best part about it. Not a single one of y'all have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Or else I'd sue your ass. Right? Well, it costs me more money to sue you bitches because you don't have shit. Nothing. Literally nothing. They are mad, aren't they? Is she still begging for an alternator over there? 72 hours. I raised almost $11,000 in 72 hours. Weird. If you think that large donor isn't sitting around here and sending me funny messages, you'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. Just so you know. We laugh about it. We do. So, sucks for you. You know? It sucks for you. Nah, you're good. I'm good. It's so mad. And guess what? It changes nothing. It changes nothing. Do you know that? It changes nothing. They could stay pressed. I don't give a single fuck. It ain't affecting me. It ain't affecting me. And y'all are gonna be so mad when you see my face on a major network. I live for those moments. Because all of y'all are still in the gutter where you belong. What then? What then? Huh. Sucks. Sucks for you. I would hate to live your lives too, you know? It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I know. It's coming, Chuck. Lord Split Up. Isn't that the account that was doing that Dear Diary stuff? I think that's the account. I used to love that account. Yes, right? They haven't posted in a bit, huh? Well, it might be me. It might be me. Yes. Have you been posting them? Because I've been missing them. I'll have to go spam watch them. Call her Popo, ho. I don't give a single fuck. Thank you. Not a single fuck. Nope. Same, Psycho Bunny. I'll go out and fucking get that shit. Like, it's embarrassing to me. It is really embarrassing to me because it'll never happen for them. But that ain't my fault. How is it my fault that y'all suck at life? What the fuck? Oh, okay. That's different. I just thought, because I really don't scroll much anymore, y'all. You know? I'm telling you, Valpel. I'm telling you. It's fucking weird. It's weird to me. Weird energy. You know? It's strange. I don't know about y'all, but same. Hi, Kai. How are you? Are you in Florida still? Hi, Lightning Strikes. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I know. Well, I understand that some people miss a lot, right? I missed that. I'm sorry. It's so slow. Hold on. So just so you know, whoever just made that comment about grave sizes being the same way, I'm very well aware. I don't get on this app and fucking say what I do for people all the time. I don't need to, but I promise you, the people talking all that shit, I've given away more money than you made last year, bitch. Okay? That's a fact. Lightning strikes. I heard about that. I saw her video, and it was super sad. But I hope that she's doing all right. It ain't my fault that they don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. That's not my fault. I don't get up on here and lie about them. That is the most embarrassing part, is that y'all gotta lie. And you're still not affecting me. Come on. Come on. Can you imagine lying about me and you're still not hurting me? That sucks. That sucks. It's so funny. No, same, Valpal. It's so funny and they're still broke. Imagine talking all that shit and you're still broke. Get a fucking job. How about that? I know, foreign contact. Why is it? Oh no. Well, if there's any way I can help, let me know. Why is it that, like, it's always the people... I can't. I cannot. Mindy, if that's you, you're fucked. Just so you know. You're fucked. Why don't you go write your P3 to your husband or something? How about that? How about that? Bye. Bye. So embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. Hi, Dawn. How are you? That's what's the crazy thing, is that, like, you're wasting all that time and energy and you're not doing anything. I laugh and keep it moving. Do you realize that? It's embarrassing. Super embarrassing. I did. I'm telling you. Listen, they are so mad. Why is it a foreign fucking concept for people to have a job to live good lives? When did it become like, thank you, Lord Splitter. When did that become like a thing? We're like, isn't that what we're supposed to do as adults, is like work? And like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even listen. Here's the funniest part about it. I don't even watch the videos. I would be so embarrassed if the people that I covered did not watch my videos. Isn't that the point? Am I wrong? Is that not the point? Also, there ain't a motherfucker on this app, not a single fucking person on this app that could say they gave me a fucking $1. Not a single one. Good luck trying to find that. Never gonna happen. There are people that have sent me $8 for coffee, and I sent it back, okay? That's embarrassing. Y'all out here owing people thousands of dollars. Get the fuck. And then you think that like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I would be working my motherfucking ass off to get that money back, not on the internet talking about people that you could never affect. It's crazy to me. Crazy. Thank you, Kelly. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Listen, me either. I would go and get it. It'd be a cold day in hell before I got on this app and took something from somebody. It'll never happen. I don't need it to happen. Where did I get it? No, Mindy is a joke. Is she like a math addict, or does she have serious mental health issues? My arm. It's me. I've always worked. Always. And like, this is the fucking crazy thing, y'all, is that working builds confidence and self-esteem. So that's the ironic part of all of it, is if like they actually worked and got jobs, right? They would feel better about themselves. Right, exactly. It's so fucking backwards that like, and they don't even realize it. That's what's so fucking crazy to me. Hi, Kat. Oh, I'm glad, Scruples. I hope you love it. I'm about to change some things up in my professional life. It's weird to me. Hi, Sue. That's good. That's like, and listen, I don't necessarily think that like people should work themselves to death. And I know, like, if people, that's the biggest problem that I have. Do I have to work? No. I choose to work. Yikes. No, it's not done. I still have to get the top done. That's the crazy thing. I don't have to work. That's a choice that I make. Y'all could never. I stay classy, Billy. What am I worried about? Anything? I need screenshots every time she comes in. What am I worried about? Do I look worried? Do I look worried? Hi, Len. It's crazy. People are crazy. Right. Right, well, that's the problem now, is that I really don't have a work and life balance. That's part of my biggest issue, is that, like, even when I'm supposed to be resting, I don't rest. Right? Well, like, do I look worried? People are wild. I know, Leanne. My soul feels at peace. Hi, Bird Dirt. Hi, Shelly. I know they won't, because they're shit human beings. They don't understand that, you know? Listen, that's what we're supposed to do, right? Parents are supposed to do that. It's fucking, these people are strange, dude. Strange fucking individuals. Like, you know, there's a whole life out there to live, right? Off the internet. Do you know that? Me too. Me too. And I'm out. You hear that? Thank you. Grass. They need to touch something. I know. I'm almost out. Listen. We're not dealing with normal individuals, yo. You know? Yep. Tundra, imagine that. There is a whole life out there. Hot sand. Stop. Listen, when we went to the beach, I'm telling you, isn't it strange? They're super mad. When we went to the beach and Psycho Bunny and I were walking to, like, the tiki bar, right? The sand was so hot. I think that I think that there needs to be something done there. I do think, Billy, what's it doing? I do think that, right, it's hot stuff. Billy, come on. Something needs to be done over there. It's bad. It's concerning, for sure. Yeah, the sand was so hot, y'all. It was bad, and we got stuck. The car got stuck in the sand when we parked. Crazy. Dipshits, I don't know. And the truth of it is, we'll probably never know. We'll probably never know. Because she's not honest. Right? How did we get out? The people that were parked next to us dug us out. Mm-hmm. The people that were next to us dug us out. Right, Ice Kitten. That's why I'm saying we'll probably never know. Oh my goodness. Y'all, you need to get a life. Like, for real. That's like sad that you have that many accounts, and, like, do you have real people in your life? Justice for Gabby? You're in the wrong place, dude. Justice for Cam. Oh my goodness. Are you okay? Do you need mental health help? Honestly. Like you have a problem. No. Yeah, she's here. She's sleeping on the floor. It's so crazy. Listen, people need lives, dude. Lives. Like actual lives. No, that would be Mindy. Mindy is a little, you know, it's never gonna happen for her. The mind is warped, if you will. She'll never have a credible or respectable platform. You know. Thank you. That's what's so crazy to me, Stewie. Justice for Cam. Gabby could, get fucked, stay fucked. I got nothing for Gabby. It's weird. It's weird. The way that these people, I don't know, it's weird. But I could never imagine wasting my time and not affecting me in any way. That sucks. I know that's right. I know that's right. Have you read her last post? Yes, I did. I don't think she's gonna do it. I don't think she's gonna do it, yo. I wish she would, right? And there's a big misconception here as far as what what's the right way I could say this? As far as what people like us want, right? She thinks we want her off the app. We want her to go, all these crazy fucking things. No, ma'am. People want you to get your shit together and be a better mother. That's what people want. The majority of us, right? Also, you keep trying to pin this stuff on somebody. It was Brownie and Finds Out in Waffles a couple of months back. Now it's me and Feisty. Girl, me and Feisty have not been talking about you for 4 years. This was a problem long before us, and it will continue long after us. Because you are the problem. Just because you've managed to piss all these people on the internet off, and some of us have relationships with other people, that doesn't mean that we're a cult. That's not what it means. Unfortunately for people like her, it's never going to, if you have the truth on one side, right, there could be 5 million lies on this side, right? Eventually, I'm about to end. Eventually, the truth is going to come out, so it's never worth lying about. Because this over here always comes out, no matter what. And the more you try to hide it, thank you, Beauty Junkie. I hope you're doing okay. The more you try to hide it and yeah, I will, shove it down and attempt to do that, it comes out. Every single fucking time, actually. Every time. That is the one thing that I am absolutely 100% certain about, is that it always comes out. It always comes out. And somebody that's been around as long as she has, she should really know that by now, That account in the comments, where'd it go? The hippie account, she's got some really educational videos on her. It's still super itchy though, y'all. Oh, I got the new tattoo too. We all got one. I gotta go the other way, but you know what I mean. She posts some really educational stuff regarding the Gabby situation. Mama Gang Gang, I guess, took a gander in her comments section the other day. Super weird. Yeah, ocean wave. But it's right here. Super weird to me, But I love that the way that she posts her videos. I've reshared them a couple of times. I appreciate when people take the time to put education in, Listen, listen, this is another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. The lawyer, Gabby having an attorney is not going to change anything. You want me to say that again? Gabby having an attorney is not going to change anything, because we're not doing anything wrong. Do I think that there are people that text her or call her or harass her? Sure, but it's not any of us. It's not any of us. What do I think about streamers battling Gabby? What do you mean? what happened with what screenshots? I don't know what you're talking about. Amen. Hi, Haley. How are you? It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I promise you. So, like, you can't, and this is the problem that she had with Find Out, right? Is she brought them to court with fucking 1,000 screenshots in her hands. You have to prove that those people are doing that. You can't just bring people to court and say they're doing X, Y, and Z, and then there's no proof there. That's not how it goes. And in her mind, she thinks it's me, feisty, Find Out, right? We're not doing that stuff. And just in case somebody missed it last night when I said it, not one, but 2 attorneys told me that I was well within my right to plan a peaceful protest, otherwise known as the blackout. So, they have a verdict on, was it 4 or 5? No, they have a verdict on 4. They're waiting on 1. But they sent them home. Anybody could do that. Anybody could do that. Literally. 4. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, it's sick. Thanks, Beauty Junkie. But I promise you, thanks, Beans. No, I mean, she's just making things harder on herself. That's just the truth of it. It's sad, but it's the truth. It's unfortunate that she doesn't have enough common sense to understand the damage that she is causing. There's damage there. He's a real human being. She could give a fuck less. I agree. It's sad. It's really sad to me. J. Ray, I'm ending. I gotta go get me some coffee. I need some coffee. Look, I've never done that. I've never had to do that. Anytime I need something, I post it and I get it. Oh, while I'm here, also, let me clarify. Sorry. Finny, wanna say hi? Come here. Come here, Finny. No. I want to clarify. I was in Sugar's Box yesterday talking about the Telegram group. The Telegram group, okay, it was made by that Florida girl. I don't know if she's here. That Florida girl, the one that was Gabby's mod, she sent me her Telegram account. It wasn't her. So, I get that, and listen, I'm done with that type of shit anyway. I'm not really gonna force people to hang around people. But she did not make that account. That's all I know, is that her Telegram account, she did send it to me, and her phone number's visible. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't do that. But it is not her account. There's not an emoji. So somebody, oh look, Finn is going to the baby. Somebody made an account with her app, which is really fucked up because I still said what I said. There's no way that nobody would come to me and tell me, hey Marg, I'm in there, because I've been asking for fucking months. Not one fucking person could come to me and tell me that they're in that group, because it came from that side. And that's real shitty, because when that was made, that Florida girl was Gabby's mod. So you just set one of your mods up. Do you know that all of those accounts are gone? Ain't that some shit? None of those accounts are active anymore? That's weird. That's weird. So I just emailed it to the investigator and he could figure it out. Yes, I'm about to end. Finny, you gonna come and say hi? She's like, nah, bitch, I gotta get coffee. So I hope that everybody has a good night. I guess I'll be back when there's an actual verdict. I can't see when these are pinned. I hope everybody has ain't that strange? I appreciate you find out. I hope everybody has a good night, and I will talk to y'all soon. Don't be a piece of shit today. How about that? Just try to be a better human being. I know it's super hard for some of y'all, not y'all, but you know, the other ones. But yeah. You're gonna have to do a little bit better, come a little bit harder, because so far nothing you're doing is making me bat an eye. Okay?